In today's video, we're diving into our stack defensive scheme. It is an incredibly versatile and powerful defense that can take your college football 25 game to the next level. We'll be breaking down two stack formations in this video, and they are so effective because of their balance. They are equally strong against the run and the pass, and they are unpredictable, allowing you to confuse and disrupt opposing offenses by presenting unique alignments and blitz designs. This defense is part of a larger scheme I'm developing, designed to provide an off-meta approach with a focus on speed and adaptability at every level of our defense. The entire scheme will be run out of the 3-3-5 playbook in college football 25, and if you're playing cut, you'll be able to run this scheme out of all of these playbooks. The goal of this full scheme is to create a defense that combines unique and aggressive pressure looks with diverse coverage options, forcing offenses to constantly adjust. Between the three schemes in this defense, we want to utilize speed across all levels of the defense, generate unpredictable and highly effective pressure from creative blitz designs, and incorporate strong adaptable coverages to confuse and contain opposing offenses. This scheme is broken down into three distinct defensive looks. First, we have our stack defense. This is going to be run out of the nickel 3-3-5 stack and nickel 3-3 stack formations. Then we have our 3 high safety defense, a dynamic setup utilizing 3-3 high and 3-3 high odd formations, where we're always going to have 3 deep safeties. Then we have our dime 2-3 odd defense, a hybrid look providing incredible pressure, and this is all going to be about mugging the gaps and confusing the offensive line. Since all these defenses can be found out of the 3-3-5 playbook, they can be seamlessly combined into one cohesive and dominant defensive scheme, and I will link the playlist for the whole scheme down below. Now, before we jump into today's breakdown, here's the lineup that I will be using for this defense. The first formation we are going to be running is 3-3-5 stack. This will give us 3 down linemen, 2 off-ball linebackers, and then 5 DBs. To start each play, our linebackers will line up right behind the 3 D linemen, but then we are going to always spread our linebackers for each play in this formation, and then both our outside linebackers are going to go down outside our D ends and create a 5-man front. This can give us some really good blitzes with these backers firing off the edge. Then with this formation, we also have 2 safeties down in the box outside of the outside linebackers. This gives us 8 total players down in the box and a ton of defenders on the edge. And this is going to allow us to have really great run defense in this formation where we can shut down any run to the outside and then also have really solid run defense up the middle of our D. Now, the first blitz we are looking at is LB Blitz 0. This is a man 0 blitz designed to bring maximum pressure and can often get multiple free rushers if the offense sends all their players out on routes. Even if their running back stays in the block, this blitz will usually still get a free rusher in, making this a fantastic option. To set this up, you want to spread your linebackers, then you want to slant your D-line out, and then lastly, you want to use the single high safety. So this is designed to be an all-out blitz that can get a ton of pressure. The main player that will come in free most of the time is your middle linebacker, who will bust in completely unblocked right up the A-gap in the QB's face. Then as the user, you're going to cover whichever offensive player is your player in man coverage, and if they do stay into block, then you're free to roam over the middle and help out. Then with man coverage across the board, it's crucial to have strong players in the secondary who can stick with their assignments and make plays on the ball when it comes their way. Next up, we have Mike Will 3. This is a cover 3 shell blitz, and this is so effective because of the middle linebacker blitzing right up the A-gap. He's going to get a ton of unblocked pressure, and this will cause a ton of problems for the QB. To set this up, you want to spread your linebackers, then slant your D-line out. Then you want to use the linebacker who's in the 3-rec on the line of scrimmage, and lastly, QB contain, and that is it. Now, the key to this play is the unblocked middle linebacker. This is great because he gets right up in the QB's face, and it can make it really difficult to get balls off. This kind of pressure is especially effective on crucial plays like third downs when the offense is looking to pass, as it forces hurried throws and bad balls into coverage. Additionally, the O-line will sometimes shift inside to pick up the linebacker, which can open up the edges for free rushers. On the back end, we have a cover 3 look, which provides solid coverage against deep passes while keeping defenders in the flats to help against quick throws. As the user, your role is to cover the middle of the field, looking for any quick hot throws that the quarterback may try to make while under pressure. Next up, we have Mike Will 2. This is almost the same blitz as Will 3, with the middle linebacker firing up right in the QB's face, but now on the back end, we're going to have a cover 2 shell, which can really help change up the look we are giving the QB. To set this up, you want to spread your linebackers, then slant your D-line out. Then you want to use the linebacker who's on a vert hook on the line of scrimmage, and lastly, QB contain, and so this is pretty much the same setup as that Mike Will 3 blitz. blitz. Now this blitz will work the same way as the cover 3 version, so it's all about getting pressure right in the QB's face, but where it is different is on the coverage on the back end. Now we're going to have a cover 2 shell, so it'll be 2 corners in the flats, locking those down. We're going to have 2 safeties deep, taking away vertical shots, and then in the middle of the field we're going to have our user, and then we're also going to have a nickel and a vert hook helping us lock up this whole area of the field while we wait for our blitzer to come home. Then if you want to take your college football 25 game to the next level, you need to check out my website, Scheme Kings. Up right now we have part 2 of this stack defense where I give you guys a ton more options that you can run. We have some great zone and man blitzes that are going to allow you to get even more pressure, and then we have another coverage variation you can throw at your opponent. Then there's going to be a ton more coming up on the site for the full 3-3-5 defensive scheme that is all going to be run out of this playbook, and it's going to turn it into one of the best defenses you will use all year. Then I also have a ton of offensive stuff on the site as well, like my dual threat QB offense where I break down 6 of the greatest running QBs of all time and how you can use them to their full potential in both Madden and college football 25. Then I also have my spread to run offense where I break down 3 of the best college football offenses ever, and I have a full defense on the site with my Nick Saban defensive scheme that will work for both Madden and college football 25, along with a Belichick career defensive scheme for Madden 25. So by subscribing to the site, you'll get access to all my Madden 25 and college football 25 content for one price. And for this site, you can purchase the yearly membership, which will save you $50 over the course of the year. Then I'm also going to be running my 335 defensive sale on the site, and this will run until February 1st. Use code 335 at checkout to get 50% off your first month if you do the monthly membership. And if you want to check out the site, I will link it down below. The next formation we are going to be running is nickel 3-3 stack, and this gives us 3 down linemen, 3 off-ball linebackers, then 5 DBs. With this formation, we will be staying in this stack 3-3 look and not motioning our LBs down. This gives us a ton of speed and athleticism at the second level with our 3 linebackers and nickelback, and this can let us get super creative with our blitzes where we can bring heat from a ton of different looks on the second level. Then for our coverage, because we are starting with the 2 deep safeties and we have all of this athleticism on the field, we can do a great job of matching up with fast and athletic offenses. I love to use match coverage in this formation, and it does a great job of complementing our blitz package. The first blitz we're looking in this formation is nickel blitz 3. This is an incredible zone blitz that generates a ton of heat. It is a cover 3 shell blitz, meaning you'll have a cover 3 zone in behind the pressure. Now this setup is super easy. You just want to pinch your linebackers, and you want to user the 3 rec and bring him down 1 to 2 steps, and he will be the user on your play, and that is it. Now this blitz brings incredibly fast pressure from your outside linebacker, who's going to come unblocked most of the time. He's going to loop in behind the D line and the offensive tackle, where he's going to shift out to the blitzing nickelback, and this will allow him to get a ton of free pressure on the QB. Then sometimes the offensive line will shift inside to pick up the looper, allowing the nickel to fire in off the edge and get unblocked pressure on the quarterback. For coverage as the user, you have the whole middle of the field to patrol, picking up any hot routes that the offense try to hit. You can also shade up or down with your coverage depending whether you want to play hard flats or curl flats, and this is just dependent on how your opponent has been attacking you and the game situation. Next up, we have LB Blitz 1. This is a cover 1 blitz designed to create fast unblocked edge heat. Then on the back end, it features man coverage across the board, then a single high safety providing additional help over the top and can help limit big plays that can develop down the field. To set this up, you want to blitz your nickel back, then you want to pinch your linebackers and user the linebacker on the opposite side of your blitzing nickel. Now this blitz can often result in this nickel blitzer coming in completely unblocked, which is excellent for creating quick and easy pressure on the quarterback. If the offense sends everyone out on routes, then we can also a ton of the time get the blitzing linebacker looping in from the B gap in on the QB as well, giving us even more pressure. Then as the user, you have the slot player who the nickel was going to be covering, so you just want to lock him up in man coverage wherever he goes. Then on this play, we still have that single high safety over the top to help take away any potential big plays. This combination of pressure and coverage creates a situation where the quarterback has limited options. Then for our coverage at a nickel 3-3 stack, we are going to be looking at cover 4 quarters and cover 4 palms. These are some of the best coverages in the game due to their adaptability and versatility in handling various offensive looks. They are match coverages, meaning that the defenders react to the offensive routes in real time, which allows them to really adjust to whatever the offense throws at them. These are my favorite type of base coverages to use in college football 25 because they allow our defenders to dynamically adjust based on their reads, making it great at limiting a ton of different offenses. Now, match coverage lets you cover deep effectively while also putting your safeties in run fits. This provides a balanced defense that's strong against both the pass and the run, making it versatile for almost any game situation. Once you understand the rules of the coverage, you can make some big plays on the back. back end, taking away routes that give match coverage trouble. The one adjustment I like to make for both quarters and palms in this formation specifically is to blitz the middle linebacker who is in a spy. This will give us 4 rushers and make it so we can get more consistent pressure on the quarterback. Now, I'm not going to go over all the rules for quarters and palms coverage in this video, but I have advanced breakdowns for each of these defenses, and I will link those down in the description if you want to take your understanding of these coverages to the next level. Now, this defense is going to be amazing once it is all out, but don't forget I have part 2 for this stack defense live on Scheme Kings right now, and then there's a ton more videos on the site for both Madden and college football. But then if you want an amazing offense that you can pair with this defense, then check out my Tennessee Volunteers veer and shoot offensive breakdown right here.